Ito na mga idol, ang isa sa pinakaabangan nating laban ngayong araw. Ito ay ang laban ni Carl Hamis Martin versus Aran Dipain ng Thailand. Ito ay bakbakan ng Pilipinas versus Thailand mga idol. Itong Pilipino na si Carl Hamis Martin mga idol is ang naka red gloves, tapos ang Thai boxer is ang naka maroon na gloves. At ang trunks niya is naka blue na stripes. Ang Pilipinong boksingero dyan na si Carl Hamis Martin mga idol is isang walang talong boksingero. Habang itong Thai boxer is may 21 wins at 4 na talo. Magaling din itong Thai mga idol kasi 4 lang natalo ang pagkakataong natalo ito sa 11 panalo nito.
One of 6 world-rated fighters in this card. Martin is ranked number 2 by the WBO and number 8 by the IBF in the super bantamweight division. 20 knockouts in 26
Isa itong si Carl Hamis Martin mga idol, ang isa sa prospect natin dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya naman inaalagaan ito ng MP Promotion. Dati nga is naging rank number 1 ito sa Super Bantamweight Division mga idol.
He's going to have to work hard for openings here. Dipain's not going to give anything away. He's an experienced guy. Hasn't boxed that much opposition recently. Won 9 of his last 10, but a lot of them have been fighters making it hard to know where he's at, kind of motivation-wise. But we'll find out, because you don't take this kind of fight, I don't think, unless you still have some ambition.
Ito na mga idol, round number 2.
Mandating a different challenger, but let's see what happens. Here we go with Martin.
Nice combo by Carl Hamis Martin sa corner mga idol.
He's taking the fight straight to Aran.
Magaganda din ang combo nitong si Dipain.
Quite the durable fellow.
He's countering. He's expecting Martin to come charging in. And he's waiting for him. It's almost like he's baiting Martin to come in.
Body shot.
Big shot to the side.
Ang lutong ng body shot ni Martin sa tagiliran mga idol.
Martin is fighting around. There's very little foot movement on either side.
You're absolutely right about the way Dipain is going about this. He's standing on the borderline of range there, just willing Martin to lead off and see if he can counter. I think he's quite keen just to see what he's got. He knows there's a lot of noise around this kid, but he's been hit hard before. He's been in with Naoya in a way.
Nice body shot.
So I think he'll back himself Dipain here to be able to take what Martin has got to give him and maybe make things interesting in the second half. I think that would be the plan.
I'm interested to find out how Aran can hold up to this body attack coming from Martin. Martin has been throwing those hard shots to the side of the body of Aran.
Nahahalata ni Martin ang mga left hook nitong si Dipain mga idol. Madali lang niyang naiilagan.
Straight with that right hand, which is the perfect weapon against a southpaw.
Martin just running the uppercut off the jab there a few seconds ago.
Hold your punch.
Sinakal na.
Ready. Siko.
Good anticipation by Martin. He's been able to duck those punches coming from Aran. He's anticipating where those punches are coming from. Something that he might have learned in his U.S.
Seconds.
training.
Time!
Ito na mga idol, round number 3. Dapat talaga sabayan dito ni Martin itong tayo mga idol. Para mahanapan niya ng butas.
It was an interesting exchange that because Depan was just looking to throw when Martin was throwing at that point. He was looking a bit more aggressive, a bit more ambitious in this third round so far, Depan.
Yun! Loh! Bumagsak mga idol. Bagsak, binilangan. Knockdown si Martin mga idol. Delikado pa ma-upset.
Hey! Step forward!
He just got caught a bit square there, didn't he?
Toh.
Yes, he did.
Square, standing tall, and he had no balance. And he landed
Bagsak
into
si Martin sa round 3 mga idol.
it all, but
Pero para yung natapilok eh.
That's why he smiled and quickly got back up.
Pero tinamaan kasi ng suntok mga idol bago pumagsak maskin tapilok.
On the offensive.
Kaya naman binilangan ng referee.
I think Martin might have taken Aran a little bit lightly. Got careless, got knocked down.
Stop! On your punch! Step back, step back.
Let's see what he
Step back,
can do.
Martin.
If he can rise up from that point of adversity.
Back.
well, Depan from the start of round 3 was looking
Delikado pa ma-upset si Martin dito.
When Martin was throwing, thinking that he could make an impact that way, and they had a little bit of a firefight before the knockdown where they both nearly caught each other, and that's a lovely crisp jab though there from Martin, and I think this has maybe lit a bit of a fire underneath him, to be honest.
Yes.
Dito bumubomba na si Martin mga idol, bumabawi. Oh, nice body shot.
I think all the more
Masyadong malutong na body shot galing kay Martin.
in the very same round where he was knocked down.
Well, it's got to, or else it's going to be a 10-8 round.
But he can't get careless. I think he stays to the power of Aran. Whether he was off balance or not, he went down for an 8 count.
Quickly changing levels. He goes back on top. Talking about Martin.
Bumawi ang
We've got a slugfest.
tay sa belt line mga idol, bumawi siya.
Responded here because
O bumawi sa belt line.
he's been knocked down. He's a
Tinira kasi siya ni Martin sa
and that's not a reaction that
belt
you want
line
to
eh,
really
kaya naman gumanti.
rule your head necessarily, but the
Go down
Ito na mga idol, round number 4. Hopefully makabawi si Martin sa knockdown yung mga idol.
Giannis Martin can do here in this round.
Kasi malaki-laking score yung knockdown kanina sa round 3.
That's given Aran also a bit of a
Dito palitan ng
lifeline.
mga idol. Oh! Pinakabahan tayo dun.
Now Martin becoming a little bit more aggressive.
Keep it up, keep it up. Back.
Binobomba na ni Martin ang katawan nitong tayo mga idol.
Martin there just stepping around the target.
Baka dito ang kahinaan niya.
Steps off to the right hand side, just finds a slightly different angle, and that's what he needs to do here against Depan, is keep him turning,
Yun.
keep him moving, find those different points of attack. It's heated up this though, hasn't it?
Aran is showing that he can take the punches of Martin.
Oh, nice body shot by Martin.
Watch your head,
More
watch
body
your head.
shots coming from Martin.
Parang nasasaktan nga itong tayo sa mga banat ni Martin sa katawan kanina.
Precision punching coming from Martin. The crowd reacting.
Approaching the 1-minute mark here of round number 4. And he's trying to pour it on.
Aran is hurt.
Oh, nasaktan siya sa body shot mga idol.
He was hurt by right hand to the body there. You could see him back up into the corner. And then
Katawan talagang kainaan ito.
I think he might have recovered now. That right hand just cannons into his hip.
Ayaw na niyang masuntok sa katawan eh. Kaya hindi na siya gumaganti masyado.
Spell for Martin.
Panay dipinsan lang sa katawan.
The crowd is roaring as they sense that Martin is about to score a knockout. Aran is probably sensing that too. Martin is going for the home run. He wants to make up for that knockdown in the previous round. How much more can Aran take?
Uy, masyadong mababa na.
Merciless and relentless.
Well, Aran lasted 8 rounds with Inoue.
Dito na mga idol, round number 5.
Gibbons, boys in the background.
Bumabawi si Martin kaagad dito sa umpisa pa lang ng laban mga idol.
Gibbons is saying,
And he's absolutely right, because you could see in that previous round that he put a dent in him and just chop away at that trunk.
Watch your head, watch your head.
That's the plan here, I think. And again, there he is just turning around the front foot, trying to find those different angles. This will be difficult, though, because he is a very experienced fighter, Dipayan. We know he hasn't boxed much in the way of opposition recently, but then that right hand there,
Yun.
that cheeky little right hand just dug in, and you could see him just give a little bit. Dipayan.
Aran's delivery a little bit slow now.
Unti-unti nang pinapalambot ni Martin itong Thai mga idol.
Shaking his head. He's probably feeling that Aran
Oh, sa katawan nga siya eh.
any longer.
Parang ayaw nga niya sa masuntok sa katawan mga idol.
Reason why he's taking chances
Dinadamdam niya eh.
as he's moving in.
And he's going in with extreme confidence, not worried
Uy,
whatsoever
mababa naman.
about these punches. But these punches are low.
Point deduction mga idol. Pag ilan na niyang tinira ang
Referee Nobleza.
And it just
bitlog ni Martin.
buys Dipayan a little bit of time, doesn't it? I don't know
Masyado
whether
nang
that was
mababa.
deliberately or not, but if he did, that's
Parang pangatlong beses na yan na winarningan ng referee.
torrid in there for him, and he just needed to try and find an out. There's that right hand to the body again, and Martin's just got no respect for his power now, and that puts him in a difficult spot.
Martin continuing with the pressure.
Yun na naman.
Aran is fighting back.
Masyadong mababa ang body shot nitong si Dipain.
From Dipayan.
Here comes Martin once more. He's got Aran Dipayan in the corner. He's pouring it on.
Masyado ng lanta itong Thai mga idol.
Martin
Oh,
is continuing to score.
And you can see there's just
hindi na to
no
magtatagal.
power behind the punches.
Babagsak na itong mga idol.
And Martin knows it. He's feeling that that power isn't the same any longer.
Pero tumatama rin siya ng sulid mga idol ah.
Gaining in strength. He wants to finish off this.
Hindi nga lang knockout puncher itong si Dipain.
I think he was quite close to going down actually. About
Pero
20 or so
tumatama siya ng sulid oh.
neutral
Napapasukan
corner
si
right,
Martin
was
eh.
dipped very low.
That uppercut has been working for Martin. Aran is ducking low.
Dipayan
Dito na mga idol, round number 6.
he needed every
Uy, tumama ng solid ang straight ni Martin.
Stop, 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 stop. Hold your punch. Step back, Martin, step back.
Martin
Ready,
needs a
ready,
little
ready.
bit of a distance to be able to throw his lead shots.
Pero matibay itong Thai mga idol, hindi pa bumabagsak.
He's coming forward.
Nice combo by Martin.
Range. The target is wide open for him.
Oh, pumapasok naman ng sulid ang mga banat ni Martin pero sadyang matibay itong Thai mga idol.
The midsection is wide open.
That was a good left hand right into the pit of the stomach there. He comes back with a right hand Dipayan, and he's just about managing to do enough, but he's taking a bit of a beating in there now, to be honest.
Yun, nice body shot.
Once again, just trying to tee off here. fight here from Dipayen.
Oh, pero kumaka-counter pa din itong tayo mga idol eh. Oh,
Shots in the head coming from Martin. He's got to be consistent with that assault to the body. That's Aran's weak spot. Again, a shot to the body.
But again, he throws back that right hand, and this is impressive from Dipayen because we asked the question at the start of the fight, how much hunger and desire has he got left? He's had a good career, he's had a hard career, and he's shown us through his willingness to take the fight and really dig in here that this is still for him, because if it wasn't under these kinds of onslaughts, he'd take a seat and stay there, wouldn't he?
dapat tagiliran tirahin ni Martin sa huli.
And he's still
Nasasaktan to sa katawan eh.
prodding forward.
Wag na mag-headshot.
His arms. Aran Dipayen
Head hunting. Yan, katawan.
obliging him, throwing shots to the body. But Dipayen is still not going down. Remember, only one knockdown has been scored in this fight.
Oh, nice body shot.
Wasn't by Martin.
Ito na mga idol, round number 7. Ang labang ito pala mga idol is scheduled for 10 rounds na bakbakan mga idol.
Represented in this crowd outside of the Philippines.
Martin trying to tee off once again here.
Martin must be wondering in his mind, what's keeping this guy up? What more do I have to do to bring this man down?
Ito, corner na.
Once again going right back to the body.
Got the gas, baby. You got the gas. Step on it. Step on it. Back that body. Get the high guard. There it is. There it is. There it is. Bend over, uppercut. Bend over, uppercut. Let's go.
The intensity just not quite as high from Martin in this round, a minute in. As I say that, he really opens up, but Dipayen's done a good job in this round. He's come
Malakas
really
pa mang bully.
back when he's needed to, and as we head up towards the halfway stage of it, this hasn't been as torrid as previous rounds. I'm interested to see if Martin looks to try and turn the screw in the second half of this round, or whether he's just taking a little bit of a breather here with the final three in mind.
Aran sticking out his chin. Martin is just staying in front of Dipayen.
Now it makes you wonder about the sting of the punches of Martin.
Ito, gusto niya mapaporner mga idol. Susubukan niya ang kanyang tibay.
Because it doesn't seem like Aran is a little bit worried about that power anymore.
Another flurry
Oh.
coming here from Martin. Aran
Oh,
fighting back.
delikado pa. Delikado pa rin itong tayo mga idol. Si Martin pang tinatamaan ng solid eh.
Take those punches of Martin. He hasn't gone down. He's been staggered.
And outside of round 3 where he scored a knockdown and therefore
Oh, hindi siya daw siya nasasaktan.
best round actually outside of that. It won't necessarily be enough to win the round. We'll see if Martin can finish with a bit of a flourish here as he turns orthodox briefly. But he's negotiated this one with a lot more ease than he has some recent rounds. Was by
Ito na mga idol, round number 8.
in a way, as we've mentioned a couple of times during the course of the fight so far. So it would be a significant marker if he could get this done. It doesn't matter if he doesn't. It'll be 10 good rounds banked.
Oh!
Ooh, he
Uy!
got tagged there. Talking about Martin.
Well, he slipped.
Delikado yung moves na yun. Siya pang malapit bumagsak.
To take advantage.
And he's lead hand, and it's a dangerous punch to throw, because if you don't land it,
And you lose your footing.
you can't get your feet back, basically.
And you leave yourself so vulnerable.
Ganyan, dapat katawan. Kanina pa yan. Dapat tinitira ni Martin ang katawan eh.
As I'm saying,
Wag na maghidanting dapat.
taking chances. He feels he can take Dipayan's power.
Kasi grabe ang tibay nitong si
Hoping to be
Dipain eh.
strike
Aran Dipain.
Dipayan down.
He just needs to stick to his boxing here. Keep it tight, keep it compact. He doesn't need to do anything crazy. That right hand to the body has been working, because the more he goes,
Pero parang kamatis na rin ang mukha nitong si Dipain, mga idol eh.
leave himself. And the only way this
Sadyang
can go
matibay lang talagang boksingero to.
if he walks onto something here and gets knocked out. It doesn't
Pero
seem very
pumapasok
likely.
pa rin ang right straight ni Dipain kay Martin ha.
He got clipped
At overhand.
Dipayan once more. Getting a little careless.
No, napatigil nga si Martin sa kanyang atake eh, kasi pumasok yung straight kanina.
But right now, Aran looks a lot fresher than he did about 10 minutes ago.
And he's in the center of the ring, and he's engaging Martin.
Sean Gibbons at ringside is screaming through the ropes at Martin to get back on the jab and just re-establish some rhythm, and he's completely right, because he's looking for big singles, he's looking for big combinations, he's looking to really try and do damage, because he does want that stoppage. But he's best off just getting back on that jab, that nice, quick, loose jab, send it out quick, bring it back quick, and just try and not start again exactly, but just set everything off that, because he's forcing it.
Okay.
He clearly wants a stoppage here in front of the hometown fans.
And remember, Martin has not lost the fight. That's the end of the round. As far in this fight.
Ito na mga idol, round number 9.
But my description of Dipayan is this guy's a hardened warrior. This guy's gone through a lot in his journeyman career. Fought around the world, fought in the UK, fought in Russia, fought in Japan. And he's actually a good test for Martin.
Ready, box!
He is. This has been a good fight for him. This has been good matchmaking. The matchmaking on the card actually all the way through has been good, because we've had competitive fights, and although Martin is ahead here by a decent margin, it was level through 3 rounds, remember, because of the knockdown in rounds 3 and the 10-8, but he's been made to work hard here,
Uy.
Martin, and he's been made to pay.
Matama si
He's
Dipain.
made mistakes, which is another good thing.
Martin showboating a little bit here.
Oh,
They count the knockdown.
binilangan mga idol.
Well, it seemed like he was also
Hindi siya agree na bumagsak siya mga idol. hindi matanggap ni Dipain.
but still it's gonna count.
Ang knockdown na yun, hindi niya matanggap mga idol.
Calling a knockdown. So now both these fighters.
Kasi natapilok daw siya.
Well, fighters never like a knockdown given when they feel there's been a loss of balance, but if the loss of balance is your fault and then you get hit and go down, then it's a knockdown, isn't it? I didn't really see if there was some kind of push involved there or not, but down he went and the referee took up the count.
Martin showboating and displaying his
Yun.
superior hand speed.
Final 40 seconds here.
Kapag kaliwiti talaga napapasukan ng straight eh.
Martin clearly wants a knockdown and a knockout. But he's not going to get it here in the 9th.
Well, he's got his knockdown here in this round. But yes, he certainly wants a knockout. The fans are expecting
Ito yung knockdown ni
points.
The
Dipain,
third hit
mga
of the
idol.
quarter is brought to you by the Smart Araneta Coliseum.
That looked like a legitimate.
Ito na mga idol, last round. Round number 10.
Both fighters have now scored one knockdown each. And if this fight goes a distance, and it looks like it will, Martin is gonna remain undefeated.
Kaya pa ba kaya to ni Martin ipabagsakin itong si Aran Dipain, mga idol?
He shouldn't be too upset by that though, because it was always going to be hard. He's only been stopped the one stepper, and then that was by a massive puncher a little while ago now. And he showed us pretty much
Nice upper.
here that the resolve to box at a good level is still there.
And he's shown throughout his career that he is durable. One minute gone here in the final round.
It looks like Martin is just gonna coast.
Itong si Aran Dipain, mga idol, is natalo na ito sa isang knockout dati.
He might take a chance.
He gets tagged though.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Aran with a nice shot there.
You get careless, you might get tagged.
Pero ang nakatalo nitong
Just have one
tay
final
ng isang
flurry.
knockout, mga idol, ay si Naoya Inoue. Dati na rin ito nakalaban ni Naoya Inoue.
Winning this round.
Si Inoue lang ang nakapabagsak nito via knockout.
And the way Martin looks like he's coasting,
Technical knockout.
he's not attacking as furiously as he did.
Yun!
Although
Overhand, tumama.
that was a big land.
And that stopped Aran in his tracks.
Yeah, that was a big land.
Into the final minute. He's done well in the second half of the fight, Dipain, though, hasn't he? Because in those middle rounds, he was really under the cosh. But he's maybe nicked a couple of these last 3 rounds or so. So we might end up with a 7-3 scoreline in rounds, and that's a good return for him. That would be a good return for him if the judges...
Pero kay Naoya Inoue, mga idol, is natalo ito via technical knockout sa round 8. Itong si Aran Dipain.
I think it's a credit to the upper that he's able to stand his ground and last the distance with Carlos Martin. Crowd is roaring. Martin continuing.
Segundos na lang, mga idol. Yun, all out si Martin. Hindi talaga natalo via knockout, mga idol. Matibay talaga itong si Aran Dipain.
On points.
Si Naoya Inoue lang kasi ang naka-knockout na.
Martin is probably saying this guy is durable.
Undefeated, the wonder.
Ito, panalo si Grabe Martin, mga idol, via unanimous decision. Still undefeated pa rin ang Pilipinong boksingero.